Hello, this is Jordan.
Oh, yes. Hi, how are you? This is the attorney, Arkady Frekhtman. How are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, everything is good. Everything is good. Yeah. How are you doing?
Um, Getting there.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, so tell me what happened. What are the brief facts of what happened to you?
So I was coming back from a town, and so I was coming back from a town named, and I was just driving, going about 60-ish, 62, 63, somewhere in there, and a guy took a left in front of me, like 10, 15 feet from when I was in front of him, and I hit him.
Oh, I see. So he turned left in front of you. You were going straight, and he did it when he was only like 10 feet in front of you. So it's his fault. Yeah, he can't do that.
Yeah, I was like 10, 15, max 20 feet. I don't even it mind boggles me how you didn't see me. I was like, "Are you fucking serious?"
And was it just like one lane in each direction kind of thing?
Yeah, it was like a one lane in each direction, but then like he had a turning lane that he was stopped in, and then he had his flasher on, and he just I guess he wanted to wait until I was in front of him to turn, I guess. And he had a 30-foot camper behind him.
Oh, okay. Oh, so he was also, and it was a pretty bad crash, like a pretty serious property damage. Was the car totaled or
Yeah,
serious?
my car's totaled. I have a fractured spine.
Oh, that's terrible. Wow. So, and what was the date of the crash? When did this happen?
Um, June, June 13th.
Was it of this year of 2025?
This year, yes.
Oh, so it just happened. It just happened recently. Wow.
Yeah, it just recently happened.
Oh, wow.
And he also had a dog in his truck, so I don't know if he was distracted or what, but
And then, where is the spine fractured? What part of the spine?
L1.
Okay. And did they describe like what kind of fracture? Did they give you like a name for it or?
They just said it was a minor fracture in my L1 in my spine.
Okay. And have you been treating since June in terms of getting like physical therapy, doing?
Yeah, I went to the hospital for a checkup after I got my MRI or whatever at the ER because I got transported to the ER. And so after that, I did a checkup at my hospital and they gave me some medication and they told me PT. My PT starts this month on July. I want to say it was the 16th.
Hmm. And then let me see what else. And how old are you?
I'm 19, sir.
Oh, just 19. Oh, wow. So that's, yes, you'd have a lot of future damages if hopefully everything heals. Has the doctor told you in terms of like the future whether the fracture can just heal on its own and that you don't need any type of surgery or anything like that, any pain management?
No, she said I shouldn't need surgery. I have pain medication right now, though.
Okay, that's good. And have you hired a lawyer already to help you with the case?
No, wait, are you?
No, no, I'm Arkady, Arkady Frekhtman from Frekhtman and Associates.
Oh no, I have, but they haven't really been answering me.
Oh, so what do you mean? Is that somebody you just consulted with, or did you sign like a retainer agreement with them?
I signed like a agreement that they get like 33% or whatever.
Oh, okay. So then they're technically your lawyer then, if you signed with them. But they haven't been responsive. Like when you call them, they don't call you back. They don't answer your
Yeah,
questions.
I haven't even talked to a lawyer yet at all. Like I've only talked to like their assistants or whatever.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Well, no, I mean, with me, if you want, I could help you with it. I've actually helped other people, with that from that firm too. Like people have come over, but basically, obviously, I'm available. We're speaking now. You could just text me directly. I'll give you my cell phone. You answer any questions, and no, we could do a good job with that case. That's a strong case. I mean, it's straightforward because the guy's completely at fault. That's a vehicle and traffic law violation. In fact, I think it's like 1142. You can't turn left in front of somebody else. You have to make sure it's
Yeah.
clear before you do it. So that's, and then in terms of the injury, I'd like to see the MRI, the x-rays, the hospital records, and I'd like to help coordinate your care. So basically, you're going to these doctors, up there near, that's fine. But then if you need maybe a specialist, I could help find someone for you. What major city is near? What part of that's New York, right? What part of New York is that? Is that up by like Lake George?
Upstate.
Upstate? Yeah, yeah, upstate. But I mean, like, is it by Lake George, by Albany, or is it further up north, or?
No, it's for. I'm almost by Canada, my man.
Oh, okay, by Canada. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I could do that, And then if I needed local counsel, I actually have local counsel over there too, because I've done cases like Buffalo, I've done cases up there. So I have excellent local counsel. And some of those guys have won also, actually one of them has won like a case recently for like 15 million against the city. So yeah. So if we need somebody local, we have access to that. So yeah, we could, because the guys you mentioned, they're only in Manhattan, so I don't know how they would go all the way up to near Canada.
Yeah, they're in Manhattan area, but they said that they do it up here too. But how, if you don't mind me asking, how'd you get my number?
Yeah, I think you had texted me, right? I think from YouTube. I'm the guy who does the YouTube videos.
Okay, okay, yes.
Yeah, I think you had texted me today. You said, "Are you available to do a call later?" And then we had
Yes, sir.
texted.
Yes, sir. That was.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Your name is. Yeah, I'm Arkady from YouTube. I don't know if you remember me, but you probably.
Where are you located?
So we have a few offices also we have Manhattan, we have Bronx, Brooklyn, all over New York City. But we do cases upstate. It depends on how the case develops, right? So if it's just going to be like a claim where the guy who hit you has a limited insurance, let's say he has 100,000 or he has 25,000, he doesn't have any more, we might be able to settle it just have them tender the policy. But if he ends up having more, what kind of vehicle was it again? He had a camper, but what was it, a truck, or what kind of vehicle was it?
He had a 2021 GMC 2500 Denali.
Oh, okay. So hopefully he has more. Sometimes people have like 250 with a 1 million umbrella. So then it could turn into a big case, right? So then we probably want to file a lawsuit if they don't tender the big policy right away. So then to do that, I'd probably have my local counsel help because, it's kind of far to go all the way from New York all the way up. It was like 10-hour drive or whatever. But that's not a problem. You don't have to, it doesn't cost you any more. We have somebody local help out.
How long do you think it would take to settle?
I mean, it really depends on how the injury develops. If, like, for example, you just get 3 months or, like, say, 6 months of physical therapy, and the doctors say, look, we've done everything we can for you. You're pretty much done now. The fracture is going to heal on its own. You don't need anything more. We could probably settle it right after that, after you're done treating, because we'll get all your medical records. We'll send a settlement opportunity letter to the insurance company, and we'll put like a reasonable amount in there, and we'll say, look, you have 30 days, pay this amount. If you don't, that's fine. But, for example, like today's July 3rd, right? So we would say, if we're sending the letter today, we would say by August 3rd, 2025 at 5 p.m., that's the deadline for the settlement opportunity. If you don't pay by then August 3rd, 2025 at 5:01 p.m., it's not going to be, for example, like, if they have a 250 policy, we could say pay the 250. But if you don't pay by then, it's not going to be 250 anymore. It's going to be like 750,000, right? And we're just going to prep it for trial. And so I think that's like the best way to do it. And then they're going to give you the entire policy that they have. And then if they don't, then we just start, going to court and getting the maximum that way. Now, going to court might take a little longer, but you're also going to get more money that way. But it really depends on like how much they have and also what your injury is. Like if your injury is like the fracture, but it heals really well. Like I did a case for a lady actually in Queens in New York where she had a fracture with some retrolisthesis. That's like when some of the the vertebra gets like pushed back, and she didn't have any surgery, nothing like that, just a fracture. And they wanted to give her, it was like Geico, they wanted to give her like 20K, but we worked it up. We took it right to trial. We showed them all the evidence, like we went to her house. We did like a whole full-blown human story on her, like how it affected her. She actually her husband had to sleep, she was married for like 40 years, but her husband had to sleep in a different room because she needed a special bed at an incline, right? Because she couldn't sleep because of the fracture. So we showed all that, right? Which we learned by doing a deep dive, and we ended up settling. I think it was like close to 500,000. So you could get pretty good results on a fractured spine. That's a pretty bad injury. You can get a pretty nice result as long as the insurance is there. But this sounds like he should have it. He has got a Denali with a camper. That's a pretty big vehicle. He should have. Did you find out which insurance company he has?
Yeah, he has Progressive.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Progressive sometimes writes pretty big policies. Sometimes they only have 100, but sometimes they have, 250 or even more. So we'll find out. But yeah, the bigger issue is like it's already been, you've had, I mean, it hasn't been that long, but you've had like over a month, or you had almost a month, right? You've had all of June, and it doesn't seem like you haven't spoken to anybody, and then they haven't told you what the limits are. You would have already spoken to a lot of people. If you had us, we would have spoken to like me, the case manager, we put you on a team, so you have like an attorney dedicated to you, a case manager dedicated to you. You get updates regularly. You could always call me, and then we find out limits within a few days. So that's kind of like that's some red flags. But ultimately, it's up to you. Whatever you feel comfortable with. But I think it's a good case. I just to tell you how much you're going to get and and how long it's going to take. I would say it definitely could be into the hundreds of thousands, maybe even more, right? Depending on how the injury plays out. And then in terms of the time, it I think it depends on the insurance kind of plays a role. Because if he has smaller insurance, let's say he only has 100,000, we could probably get it done quickly. But if he has more, it might take a little longer, like maybe like 6 months, a year. It shouldn't be too long because courts up there are pretty efficient, and they don't have like a crazy docket like the way they do here in Manhattan or the Bronx. So it should be pretty quick either way.
Okay. Yeah, if you just wanted to send me your info over, do you have a business card or anything?
Yeah, of course, of course. Yeah, let me send it. I'll send it over to you. Yeah, absolutely. I'll text it to you, and then yeah, let
So
me know.
my insur one more quick thing. My insurance called me, and my attorney didn't even he didn't even talk to me. I've been talking to his representatives, like I said, but they called me and said that they told them that he was representing me or she or whatever, because I don't even know who it is yet. And then I was like, they told you they were representing me, and they were like, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. Like I didn't even know that they just haven't been reaching out at all.
Oh, I see. I see. Yeah. Well, that's not good. I mean, like, so you're saying like the insurance company called them and they never even told the insurance company that they're representing you? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm saying my insurance company called me to give me an update on stuff, and that they were informed by the attorney that I have now, said that he was representing me, but he didn't even I haven't even talked to the actual attorney yet. I've only been talking to the representatives and giving notes, and they keep telling me just check back in when you get PT, check back in when blah blah blah, and then I still haven't been able to even talk to them.
So that's not good. Yeah, that's kind of like a red flag. I mean, I think like, if you watched any of my YouTube videos or any of my content, that's one of the things I always say. It's kind of like I preach that, right? That fact that an attorney is like your guide, right? So it's like your counselor. So it's
Yeah.
really important to have like communication, because how could I guide you if I never speak to you, right? Now I'm just guiding somebody I never talked to. I'm just guiding, how could I guide the person? See, because the client is, see, we're more like client focused. It's all about the client. We want to get maximum justice for the client. So in order to get maximum justice for the client, I have to like know the client. I have to speak to the client. I have to be in touch. I have to, and even like in that case I gave you the example of, I went to the client's house. I spent like hours there, looked at all her like photo albums, this, that, and then that one thing, the fact that she sleeps in a different room from her husband, that was like one of the things I used to get like close to 500,000, to say that, because before they were only offering like 20K, 15 or 20K, to show like, hey, wait, this is like a life-changing injury. It's like really, really serious. So even though she didn't have surgery or anything and it healed, but yeah. And by the way, which insurance company do you have on the?
I have Geico.
Oh, okay, Geico. Yeah, Geico's good. So you have Geico, yes, Progressive. No, it sounds like a very straightforward case. I mean, very straightforward. That's like bread and butter kind of case for us. We do this every day. We've been doing it for like 25 years. So, and it's easy. Like if you decide to hire us, all you would need to do is like let me know your email address. I could send you a link. You click the link, you fill out like a little questionnaire, like your name, a little bit of facts, injuries. Most important thing is you do a DocuSign. So you just sign on the computer, you know, digital signature, then we have the authority to then work on the case. So what we do is we send out letters to Geico, Progressive. We send a letter to the prior lawyer telling them, well, you know, stop working. We've been retained. They transfer the file to us, but they probably don't even have a file because they've only had it for a few weeks, you know, and then we just kind of start working on it. We'll go to send somebody to the scene, get photos of the scene, you know, just do everything, like all the investigation, and then
I could do the photos and shit if you want and just send it because
yeah,
I live right next to it.
yeah, if you can, that would be great.
So okay, not to sound like this and not to sound like some fucking weirdo, but my town cops have had it out for me because I've had nicer shit in the past, and they harassed me about my truck and my cars and shit because they're always been like loud and nice. And so I called the precinct, and because we've been trying to get the police report from it, like the police accident report, like the police statements and shit. And I called the precinct, and they said that they didn't even have one on file.
That's weird.
So I don't know if that could be yeah, that's what I'm kind of annoyed about. Because what if they're like trying to push shit away and like hide shit?
Well, I mean, even if they don't have one, we could try to get one. You know, that could be. So the prior lawyer didn't get one either. They haven't.
No.
See, that's not good. I mean, they got to get the police report. That's like the first step. I mean, we could get one online. There are databases. Like our office manager is very good. She's been with me for like more than 20 years. She knows how to get it online through the DMV. You know, she gets it, like especially upstate. But if there's any issue, we have investigators. We'll go to the precinct. We'll say this is from a law firm with a cover letter. We need this report through the Freedom of Information law. We'll get it. I mean, that's not a problem. If it exists. If it doesn't exist, like if they didn't make a report, then we have to do an MV-104. But you know, either way, it doesn't really matter as long as you have the proof that this guy turned left in front of you. Was there any?
My little cousin was in the vehicle too.
Okay, so he could be a witness. How old is he?
He's 14.
Oh yeah, so he's old enough to be a witness. And then was there? And plus we have the photos of the vehicles, right? Like the property damage. And I don't think the defendant is gonna lie and say something else, you know. But do you remember the police coming to the scene after the crash?
Yeah, they literally were there talking to me, like asking me shit.
So there should be a report. Yeah, we'll get the report. That's not a problem. It sounds pretty straightforward. What was the point of impact? So he turned left. Did your vehicle hit was it the side door of the Denali?
The front of it, because he literally turned like last second.
Oh, so it was like a head-on, almost like a head-on collision, front to front.
Almost, yeah.
Oh wow, that's pretty bad. Yeah, that's actually more of an impact. That's probably why you have the fractured vertebra. Yeah, that's pretty serious.
Yeah. But I can keep you posted, and I have a few more questions, but I'm going out to lunch right now with my mom and my dad.
Okay, sure. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions or if you want us to start working on it. Just send me your email. I'll send you it's called a DocuSign or a DocuB. I forget the name but it's really easy. And we have people that'll help you fill it out if you need any help. And then we just start working on it. It's pretty straightforward. And then, yeah, then you could always have access to me. You can call, you know, and we have a team of 25 people, so it's not just me, but you'll have access to me. I could always answer your questions. But no, I mean, this is like very, you know, easy for us. This is what we do. So we'll get you the maximum, you know, because a lot of other lawyers, what they do is they just, as soon as they get anything, like they get an offer of like, I don't know, 50K, 60K, they're like, oh, let's take it because I get like a third, right? So if it's 60K, they're going to get 20K, and that's how they make their money. But we don't do that. We always like get the maximum. So even if they give me 60K, I don't care. I'm going to say, how much insurance do you have? If they have like 500, we're going to try to get you the full 500. Like in that example where we got the full 500, or I think it was like 475 for the lady, even though like there was only an offer of like 15 or 20 before. And I just did a trial in the Bronx where they were offering me 145, and I said no, and I went to court and I got like 3.1 million. So, you know, we know how to like build these cases up and get the maximum. So
okay, yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, I'll definitely text you like pretty much instantly right now, but I'm going out to lunch, like I said. So
okay, yeah, sure. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much. I hope you feel better. And then yeah, anytime if you have a question, just text me. I'm happy to answer your question or talk again, whatever you need.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, feel better. Okay, I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Okay, so this case you could see, it's a pretty good case also. The defendant turned left in front of the plaintiff, so that's the defendant's fault. That's a vehicle and traffic law violation. I believe it's like 1144, 1142, I forget the number, but it's pretty straightforward. I think there's even a few of them that are in there on that. It just happened, right, June 13th, so it's only been like 2-3 weeks, and he's got a fractured spine. He's only 19 years old. Sounds like a good case, whether he hires me or not, he probably should find out the primary as well as the excess or umbrella and go for the maximum, because you don't want to be, the red flags I saw was that he has a firm, but then the firm's like not even being able to speak to an attorney, and the attorney's not really doing much. He doesn't know limits. If he was with us, he would already be speaking with a case manager, the office manager, with me. We also have an intake attorney that deals with new clients, like a separate attorney. So he'd be involved with all these people, but mostly like he has access directly to me. And then also we have like a process where we go out there, we go to the scene, we look at, we get an expert if we need it, we get photos, skid marks, you got to do all that stuff. And then of course you have to make a claim with both insurance companies. He said something like the insurance company called and the attorney told them that he was going to take the case or represent, but then he's never even spoken to. And ultimately, an attorney is like a guide for a client, because litigation is complicated and clients don't understand litigation. It's like going through the deep, dark woods. But if an attorney is going to take your hand and lead you through the woods, they have to communicate with you, right? If the attorney is going to take your hand and say, I'm going to lead you through these deep, dark woods of litigation, but never speak to you, that's not going to work. It's just not going to work. So we'll see what the client decides, and we'll keep you updated. Okay, everyone, have a great day.